Hi doll people, and welcome to, this is gonna be a scrambly ass doll talk, and it's probably gonna be a bit long because it's been a minute since I've been back on the YouTube sphere. I want to apologize to all of the people that got super duper amped about my crochet along on Instagram. It was supposed to be every other Wednesday, and that last Wednesday, so last week Wednesday, not this week, last week Wednesday, I actually could not get to it because Wednesdays, every other Wednesdays is usually my day off, but that particular day I worked. Did want to apologize because I know some of you were actually prepared and prepped and had your hooks and everything, and I just wasn't there. I'm sorry. Libby, or should I say Winona Ryder, girl, I love that drag name. That is perfect drag name. You did it. She sent me a box of Happy. I've since unpacked that box of Happy and it's kind of dispersed all over the doll place area. This is one of the dolls. It's an authentic dong doll. You see these all over the place, but this one's authentic. Oh, she's being washed out. There she is. Ooh, she's so pretty. She's so pretty, and she's dressed, and she's got like the cutest pairs of shoes. Can you see that without it being, you can't really. Her son dresses real dapper. Like, he's so handsome with all of his clothes. And she sent me a few of his tops that I'm assuming he can't wear anymore, or maybe he's giving up. And I think all of them were cotton, which makes sewing them amazing. And she wanted me to use them for fabrics. And I've started doing that. I haven't actually completed something with any of the shirts to show. They're all in work in progress. Like, my work desk is a shit show back here. The doll room is gonna be undergoing some construction. I plan on buying a couple more shelves. I need to get a sewing table. It's becoming increasingly difficult to use my desk as a sewing area because I've got more space and everything kind of has its designated area in the doll room, except my sewing stuff. My sewing stuff has always been like put away in a drawer. I keep my sewing machine like tucked away in the closet over here, but it's just like, it's pointless because I keep taking the shit out to use it. So every time I get ready to sew, it's this whole pulling shit out, finding the right threads, taking shit out of boxes and packaging because I put it all back up when I'm done. So I don't want to do that anymore. I need a designated sewing space, and I've got the space in here to do it. So I'm gonna get me a sewing table. Something else that I've been getting into, vintage threads. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, they're just cones. It's thread on cones, and I've never done that. These are so pretty. To maximize the money and the thread, just get cones. I don't know why I haven't been doing that, because it's not like I hadn't seen them before. Like, I've gone into Joann's and seen them like at the bottom of the shelf, and it's just like a nice, beautiful array of colors on a cone. So they're available. You don't have to buy vintage in order to get these. You really don't. They're very much available. I just never thought to buy them because they are more expensive. But when you weigh how much shit you're getting and how long you'll be able to keep these before you've got to go and buy more of a color, it's real worth it. It really is. Oh, this video is so all over the place. So something else that came in the really cute box that Libby sent me was this kid here. So cute. I love bunny rabbits. Like, they're probably my favorite characters in the animal kingdom. Characters in the animal kingdom? Members of the animal kingdom, I guess I could say. She also sent me a rabbit, one of her hairs that she's been printing off. I haven't had a chance to sand or put him together. So he's, that little spot right there that you see that's kind of like orange, that's him. He's in a Ziploc bag in that drawer. And I will get to him probably this weekend, maybe. No promises, because I want to sand him. And I need to go get sandpaper. But she also included a Blythe doll. And it, like, super sweet. The hair was adorable. She was adorable. She was already matted out, but I decided I did want to customize, but I didn't want to carve, mainly because I don't have any sandpaper. So I erased the face and just decided to make this doll a little boy. And I do mean little, because I put him on I put him on a vintage Stacy body from like the 90s, I guess that's vintage. But yeah, he's on a Stacy body, and this is he. Stumpy, like look how short he is. I love him on this small body. It makes his head look even bigger, and he feels charming. Kind of keep the sculpt, the normal sculpt of a Blythe doll, kind of in honor and respect of the woman that created the Blythe doll. Without her, we wouldn't even have the wonderful hobby of the Blythe doll. And this year she passed away. So to kind of honor her, pay respect to her hard work to create such a wonderful doll, I wanted to keep the aesthetic, at least, because I know this isn't the original sculpting of the Blythe doll that she created, because I know that there's like the TBL, like all those. I don't really know the difference between any of them. Mainly because they're so heavily customized, it's hard for me to really get a grip on the standalone sculpt. But in my own way, I wanted to pay respect. Oh, and his name is Omelette. Previously in this video, that I've been in an SD mood, so I need to show you what that's all about. And I also mentioned in the previous video, that recast video, that I've been privileged and I've been buying things. So the secondhand market has been quite nice. It really has. Like, people are selling sculpts that they normally wouldn't come up off of, and they're selling them for real nice prices usually. And I think that's just because the unemployment rate in America is at an all-time high, and people need money to pay their bills. And fortunately, I'm privileged enough where I am still working and am an essential worker. So I've been trying to buy from small businesses, especially on Etsy. I've been trying to order food locally instead of, I haven't been cooking as much anyway, just because I'm working a whole lot more. But so since I know I'm gonna order out, I haven't been ordering from like Domino's and stuff. I've been ordering from like diners and stuff right here on my block. Just so those places won't close because of all this, because that's a big one. The thing that I've been making sure that I've been doing, instead of buying from the companies, although I'm still buying from companies and like the Doll Peddler and like all of the online shops that we love and stuff, like the Junkie Spot, I'm still buying from them, but I've also been trying to buy secondhand more, because I realize there are a lot of people in our community, in our hobby, that need funds. And since they're going to part with dolls they'd rather not part with anyway, it should at least, like, they're in a place where they have a need. And you want the doll, so you might as well buy secondhand. Help them out, help you out. I came across this kid. There he is. He is, what are you? He's not Helen Doll. He's Imple Doll. Imple Doll Anthony Lion. He's got a human head as well. Not really fond of the human head. And he came with animal parts. I've switched out his legs and stuff to human legs. And his hands to like, his hands and arms are still like the lion aesthetic with like the fur sculpting that came on him. But I thought he was so cute. And at first glance, I actually thought he was a rabbit, which is which is why I hit the buy button so hard. Like, he wasn't all that much. He was like $150, and he's not all that much if you buy him from the company either. He's a pretty decent price. I still might crochet him a hat and give him bunny ears, because I bought before I actually realized what I was buying. I just bought him because I thought it was cute. But he did come with a mane, which at first I didn't know how to put the shit on. So this is the mane that he came with. So he is a lion, and then he doesn't have ears or anything. He just, you know, he doesn't have any ears or anything. So he is technically a lion. This comes apart with magnets and stuff, so you could put the mane on him like such. Yeah, he's actually really cute. I want to make him a rabbit. I do. Yeah, I do. I have wanted an island doll brew for the longest, and I finally got one. This is Baby Boop. His name's Boop. He's so cute. And little baby Boop is just sheer fucking happiness. He fits in real good with the Blythe dolls, the mini Mooey-chan dolls, and that's actually how I found the Island Doll Brew. This is a mini Mooey-chan doll, and I kept seeing these dolls photographed together, and I knew what this one was, but I couldn't figure out what this was until, like, finally I found a picture with decent hashtags and realized that this kid is a different doll. They're so cute, and their bodies are so chubby and cute. But as you can see, like, they make great friends. Like, they display real well together. He's a bit taller. There you go. A little bit taller, but this hat is actually from a mini Mooey-chan doll, So I've been in an SD mood. And Virgil, he's so handsome. I mean, just look at him, he's so big. Look at that shirt. Look at that shirt. Ugh, epic. So, I can't stop staring at him. Like, I'm gonna have to put him down because I can't, like, stop staring at him. My floor is covered in doll clothes right now because when I redress dolls, I redress some fucking dolls. I can never just not sprawl doll clothes all over the fucking place. Like, they have to be literally everywhere in order for me to be happy. Anyway, so Virgil, having him in the house in conjunction with hanging around some other doll friends that we've been crafting together, I've been in an SD mood. SDs have been on my fucking radar. And then after I got Virgil and started having fun with making things for him and shopping for him, I might have went ham and bought him a ton of shit. He's happy as hell. Like, I haven't really had to make him a whole lot of stuff because I hadn't really had the time to sit down and make a whole lot of shit. So I've been buying him a whole lot of shit. It's a hole. It's a hole. I've gone down a hole, and I'm happy down the hole, so no one saved me. Yeah, so he's happy, but in conjunction with that and hanging out with her, and then Dolce had this crazy sale where, like, their dolls were like resin sole prices. I hate Dolce's weight. Hate it. And I wasn't gonna do it. And I'm like, I'm gonna find something on the secondhand market. And the only doll that I really would have caved and gone through with the sale had I not found him secondhand was a Dolce Saint. I have wanted a Dolce Saint about as long as I've wanted a Sum Dia. And since the last couple of years has been about me going and getting the dolls that I truly want, stop beating around the fucking bush and trying to like be happy with stuff that is cheaper or inferior in quality, or me buying a million Barbies when I could have just went and bought the thing that I wanted. I decided now is the time to bring home a saint. And I did just that. I did not cave on the Dolce site, the Dolce sale. I actually found, why are people walking on my block without a fucking mask? There are like 80 of them. What was I saying? Yes, I didn't cave on the site. I actually ended up finding a Dolce Saint head faceplate version with both the sleeping faceplate and the regular Saint faceplate for a real good price on eBay. He's legit and everything, came with COA and everything. I got him in. When you buy a head, you've got to buy a body. And I've never done that. I've always just purchased dolls as a full doll. And if a hybrid happens, it's because I've had both of the components in the house already, and I've just done like switcheroo. I usually never go out and buy a head and then have to supply a body, because that is hard, because you don't get to see these things in person, and it's oftentimes difficult finding people that have both components in their collection, so you can ask them to do hybrids, which is why I always tell people, if you see I have a doll that you might want a hybrid and I've got both of them, please don't hesitate, ask me to hybrid for you, because it is so hard seeing things and trying to swim through Flickr and swim through all the places to find photos of the thing, and it's hard and you usually never find the shit. The head was in the house for I think maybe a week and a half. It wasn't that long. After buying the head, I immediately went into looking for bodies for my saint. I already knew that I didn't want him to be buff. Like, that wasn't the tea. And I didn't want my saint to be a bad boy, because I've noticed that people have been doing that with the saint sculpt. Either he's like a bad boy, you know, I've actually seen some really nice sweet saints too. Like, he's a very sweet sculpt in my opinion. So I wanted a sweet boy. And he was gonna be my garden spirit. And he heals plants and, you know, talks to vegetables and shit. He and Yumi actually hang out a lot. They're good friends. So I got him in, and then right after I purchased him and he was on his way in, I looked for bodies, and the body that stuck out to me that would be the perfect match for what I wanted was the Doll Zone B60002 body. And he still would have been SD, not 70 centimeters, but SD. And that works for me. And I found one, crazy. I think it was like the week of purchasing the head, the Doll Zone B60002 body was also up on eBay. Perfect condition. And the person that sold the body to me is right here in New York State. So I'm like, it was meant to be. Julius was born and my husband named him. Okay, give me a second. This is Julius. Julius is a Dolce Saint head, the faceplate version, on a Doll Zone B60002 body with female resin soul hands. And he is my garden spirit. He's dressed in like all of the colors. All of them. Absolutely all of the colors. And that makes me happy. But this kid was such a long time coming. I just made his wig and everything last night. I'm real happy with it. Yeah, he's super cute. Real happy with him as a whole. Now, his face doesn't match the body perfectly, and the hands, they're an okay match. I don't care about any of that. Like, I'm happy to have him here, and his essence feels almost Blythe-like to me. He's so sweet. He is so sweet. He's so goddamn demanding, though. Like, he wants me to make him some, like, he wants me to smock him some things. Like, he's digging that whole bishop collared kind of thing. He wants some hand stitched items, and I will get to that eventually, not right now. He's gonna have to enjoy all the fucking clothes I've been buying for SDs. But this is he. This is he. This is his human form. And in his human form, he's quite sweet. He's a gentle individual. Not necessarily shy, but he can be reserved. And he is the boyfriend to Virgil. Virgil is very protective over Julius, and Julius enjoys that because that means he doesn't have to deal with confrontation. So, yeah. You see what I mean? They're so cute together. I mean, look. They're so sweet together. Polar opposites, honestly. Now, Virgil has expressed to me that he looks menacing. Virgil is actually quite sweet. This is Virgil, this kid here. Virgil's quite sweet. He just looks menacing and tough and all that. But don't get him wrong. I mean, while he's still sweet and everything, he will have to kick some ass if he bothers his boyfriend. And Julius is sweet, and he's not weak. He's not all the way human, being a garden spirit, and he heals plants and stuff. So he's quite the green thumb. He's reserved. He speaks to plants and everything. He sees the good in all the people. Virgil is nice in the sense where don't start and there won't be none. And he's cool with you as long as you're cool with him. And they're great together. Look at him. You can just see Virgil. He's like, don't bring that damn camera too close. You know how shy Julius is. He's so protective over him. So they work out great. One thing that I'm really enjoying with Virgil here is that he doesn't really give a fuck what wig you put on him. He just looks good in everything. As long as he's got some rad shirts, which he does. I bought a bunch. As long as he's got some good, nice shirts, maybe some edgy footwear, and any wig, really, he's happy. So, and that makes me happy because it means he's not complicated. Unlike his boyfriend here. His boyfriend was literally like, I'm gonna need you to make me a fucking wig. Like, he's happy with this one, but he still wants another one. So yeah. So that's what I mean by I've been in an SD mood. Don't mind her. She's going through construction. I need to give her a face up. She will get one at some point when I feel like it. I'm mad with her right now, and she's mad with me. Like, yeah, so we're having a moment. Don't worry about her. And not so surprising is I also got another, a girl in. Purchased her off the secondhand market. She came with the large bust, and I'm over the large bust. I really am. And I'd never had a girl with the small bust. So I had a small bust here. I have two of them. This one is from when I first bought Ray. And Ray is a different skin tone, and she has yellowed over the years because I've had her for a long time. And the body is a different color than this. And then I also got in the sleeping faceplate for the loosest sculpt, and I have never owned that one before either. And it is also a different color from the torso, from the arms. So she's been strung together with all these different parts, and they all work together perfectly. They're just different colors. And that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me in the slightest, because this girl is a doll, and she's aware that she's a doll, and she's a rag doll, and her name is Scraps. I plan on going through her body, maybe giving her tattoos. I haven't really settled on what I want her face to look like, which is why I haven't figured out what I'd like her body to look like. But I'm going with the idea and the aesthetic. She's going to be very comfortable and cozy. She's going to be doll-like because she's aware that she is a doll. I want to give her like mix-matched fingernail polish. Maybe I'll put, like patches on her body because her name is Scraps. And yeah, she's just gonna be this endeavor of enjoying comfortable ideas and stuff. And she's the doll that you hold on to when your parents they're reading you a bedtime story. So she hears all the bedtime stories. She makes sure that you're safe while you're asleep, and she makes you feel comfortable. So yeah, this girl, I'm real happy with her so far, with her just being blank and put together with all the different parts and stuff. I didn't expect for that to happen. I just purchased her because I'm always purchasing You Know What Girls. I really am. Like, I'm actually looking at another one today that I might cave and buy tomorrow. I enjoy You Know It. Beyond BJD, because I feel like collecting them like I collect Barbie, where it's like, you just enjoy acquiring them. And it doesn't matter how many you have, they're all perfect and they're all important. So that's how I feel about all of Gentaro Araki's work, and I will own all of them at some point. Maybe. I'm still working on it. But her, so precious. Look at that face. She's so cute. Oh god, that's so cute. And I think that's it for the most part. What do you think? Yeah. That's so cute. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. And a special thank you to Shannon. Thank you. Oh god, I'm such a fucking dork.